live now. What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters, man. Let's get right off into this, man. I want to thank everybody, man, out there for supporting me, rocking with me, showing me a lot of love, man. I really appreciate, man, all my fans, all my supporters, man. I mean, I've been here for 3 years now, man, and let me tell you, I never imagined this happening to me like this, man. And the crazy thing about it, it's just getting better and better and better. Like I say, even though I'm located in the Midwest, everybody who know me know I'm born and raised in Chicago, Illinois, currently residing in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, man. The East Coast been showing me mad love, man. Shouts out to LOM. Shouts out to LOM. I'm laughing when I say that because I heard something. I don't know if it's true. Maybe y'all need to put me up on game. I heard I was now supposed to be getting sued or something by Hollow the Don. I don't know if that's true. Somebody told me that. If y'all heard something about that, I don't care. Do brothers really care about being sued? Let me tell you something. I ain't got nothing anyway. You know niggas don't care about being sued. We care about going to jail. Now, you said they finna send me to jail. Okay, that's a different thing. I need to look into that. But if I'm just being brought to court to get sued, shoot. Oh, that's what I'm here for? Oh, man. Like the mother debt collector. Cause everything's in my mama's name. Everything. My relationship in my mama's name. Do you know even my relationship is in my mama's name? She in the middle of every my girl be like, I don't like your mama. I mean, cool. So guess what? Every time we into it, guess what, y'all? I'm going over my mama house. Oh, that's a good one to have. Where you was at? At my mama house. No, you wasn't. I know. You on the call. Call her. Hey, you know your girl get real disrespectful then. You know that B ain't gonna do nothing but lie for you. Like, girl, did you just call my mama B? Yeah, you know that B be lying for you. Like, oh, I can't wait till the next time we go over our house. Tell her what you tell her. Tell mama what you be telling her when we at home. Mama, you got to hear your name. Tell her. Anyway, man. Shouts out to y'all though, man. Thanks for all the love and support. Thanks for everybody that's been rocking with me. The East Coast showed me a lot of love. I'm not gonna even lie to you, man. Y'all been showing me a whole lot of love. There go right there. I'm pushing the wrong darn thing. Showing me a whole lot of love. And shouts out to LOM, man. Shouts out to Rob and Duckman. Showed me a lot of love too, man. Rocking with me, man. Exclusive Battle League. Okay, there you go. What it do, King? Shouts out to Exclusive Battle League, man. My guy King. Shouts out to everybody that's on here joining with me now, man. With no further ado, man, look, I'm finna get my man on the phone, man. I'm finna reveal to y'all my other sponsor. This is my other sponsor. I got another sponsor, man. I'm finna get him on the phone, man. And let me tell you something. I was so grateful. I was so blessed. I was so grateful when I got this call and I was offered to be a spokesperson and a person that this brother felt that I would be one of those ones to just even be a part of what he's doing. This thing is big, man. And I was blessed, man, and grateful, and I really, really appreciated that, man. You know, even like I said, the opportunity, man, just to be given the right hand. Thank you, baby. Wait till y'all see my wife. We need this, don't we, babe?
Yes, we do.
Y'all gonna love her. Her sense of humor is just as big as mine. That 1-2 punch gonna be crazy. But I thank you though, man. I really do thank you, cause man, where was I at? Oh yeah, when them brothers reached out to me, man. When that brother reached out to me, man, and we talked, and he let me know what his thing about and what he doing, man, I just felt so honored. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, because I love doing this type of stuff. You know what? With no further ado, I ain't even gonna hold y'all up on this, man. Let me just get my new sponsor on the phone. We gonna talk. Gonna tell y'all about what's going on.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on, sir? How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing well. I can't complain, man. I'm feeling good, man. My family's blessed. Everyone's doing well. And how about you and yours?
We good. I got the wifey here right now. She trying to, hey, she trying to make sure I really land this deal. Hey,
God bless, man. God
hey,
bless.
Josh.
It's a cool thing to have your wifey right there with you.
Josh, let me tell you, when I say this woman is literally towering over me, she's literally towering over me like, you better not mess this up, neither.
That's a beautiful thing, man. My wife be the same way, man. She's definitely very excited about today. She sent me a little text message telling me I'm so proud of you, you know, doing what you're doing. So, yeah, man. That's God bless and God willing, man. We're gonna do great things, man.
No doubt, no doubt. So for everybody that's listening who don't know who I got on the phone, this is Josh. Josh, for those who don't know who you is, brother, please tell them who you is, what your organization is about, and where you from.
All right. Before I just get into me and my organization, I just want to start off by saying, first of all, thank you, Battle Troop, and shout out to you, man. It's an honor and it's my pleasure to be on your platform and also have the opportunity to sponsor you. What people don't realize, and I see that a lot of people say things like this, oh, well, he's just accepting a bag or he's just taking money. You know, some things isn't about the money. Some things sometimes the bag isn't even working if the message isn't right. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And I see like just the fact that you were willing to accept my offer and want to be a part of it and want me to sponsor you. That's, like I said, that's an honor, man. And thank you very much for that. I appreciate that, man.
I appreciate you too.
So, with that being said, too, man, let all these future sponsors know, man, that those prices going up. Me and LOM Clothing Store.com, we setting the tone, man. If you guys want Battle Troop, you guys gonna have to throw out some money for him, all right? Yo,
tell him. Tell him again.
Mook Voice, man. Mook Voice after the Verb Battle. It don't matter the outcome. Those prices going up. They want you. They need to throw up some money. Period.
No doubt.
Me and LOMclothingstore.com. Rob and Dub, shout out to them for even seeing how valuable at how much your channel is worth and being willing to sponsor you too, man. Shout out to them for that.
Appreciate it.
All right, so with no further ado, for everybody who wants to know, my name is Joshua Davenport. That's my government name. And, you know, I have no problem throwing that out there because when you own or you're part of a charity organization or a private foundation, everything becomes public information.
Right.
So, you know, I have nothing to hide. I have full transparency. I'm very honest to everyone around me, my family, my friends, people who want to support my cause or whatnot. So, basically, I am going to be the chief executive and president and CEO of the STriCT Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization devoted to educating parents of all ages, providing financial assistance for families desperately in need, and serving and improving our communities by inspiring and encouraging people to be better parents by setting the example. So what I mean to say is we're going to be doing a lot of different activities and a lot of different things for the community to inspire young men and women too. But mainly our focus will be young men and, you know, just making sure they better their lives and they better the lives of their family and their children. So it's for expectant fathers, young fathers, you know, and that means a lot to me because I was one of those dads. I was a young father, and, you know, when I was starting out, I was homeless when I found out I was going to be a father. And I hustled, and I worked, and I busted my ass, and within 4 years, I was homeless in 2012 when I found out I was going to be a father. And by 2016, I had a combined income of over $125,000 a year. Just hustling, man. Average dude from
legal.
the streets, man. Just hustling.
Legal, right?
Legally, man. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's very important. Yeah, shout out to you again, man. That's very important. Legally.
Okay.
That's tax information, man.
And that's the truth too, y'all. I'm not saying that to cover up for them. That's actually true.
Yeah, no, that's definitely just from hard work, dedication, and busting my butt, man. I mean, like I tell people every day, wealth isn't just about your finances, man. Wealth actually begins and starts with your health.
Right.
Making sure you're healthy spiritually, physically, mentally, and all of that. Because if you're not right physically, emotionally, and spiritually, all that financial success and all that isn't going to come. And if you get it, you wouldn't even know what to do with it at that point.
Right.
You're just gonna mess it up anyway. So you have to start with changing yourself. You don't try to change the world. You change yourself, and the world will follow.
Right. Right. That's real talk. Josh, let me ask you the question. So when you say you was 20 years old and homeless when you found out you had a baby on the way, now when you say homeless, you really mean homeless, like you didn't have a place to go?
So I was actually 21, but yeah, when I say homeless, man, I was homeless, man. I was out in the streets, regardless of the circumstances. I mean, my mom supported me, and she was willing to open up her doors, but I was caught in a situation where I couldn't be at home with my mom no more. I had to leave, and I had to get up out of there. So I guess in that sense, there was a place for me, but in my mind at the time, based on what I was going through and being young and immature and dumb, I didn't want that. And it actually turned out to be better for me because it helped me mature and grow up faster. But to answer your question too, yes, I was in the streets, man. I was sleeping on benches. I actually got arrested a couple of times for trespassing in different areas because I didn't have no place to sleep, and I was just looking for a place to lay my head.
Right.
So, and then there was one time where I was arrested, and the cops was like, "Yo, you ain't got no home. You're a young kid, man. Come on, what's going on? You know, there's places that will reach out and they'll be there to help you. You know, there's homeless shelters and other things." So they ended up telling me about this homeless shelter in Yonkers called the Sharing Community, and I was able to stay every night. You had to be back at that homeless shelter by 8 o'clock to get a bed. It would give you like a cot in a room full of with 30 other cots and beds and people inside or whatnot. They did the best they could. They couldn't provide much, but they got people off the streets and they provided you a roof and a cot to sleep on. But yeah, before I continue with that, just to give some people some background information too. I was born and raised BX, Bronx, New York, baby. You guys already know what it is. So shout out to all my New Yorkers, man, and shout out to all my New York people who be showing you love, man.
No doubt.
You definitely need more of that, man. Come on. Shout out to everybody who got the Patreon, who's doing the $20 packages, $10 packages, whatever you can afford, and whatever, suits your needs. But shout out to all of them, man. And, I'm definitely proud of my city for holding you down, man.
Josh, that was crazy to me, man. I never knew I had such majority of my whole fan base is from New York. That's crazy. I never knew that.
Well, you know what's funny? And it's weird because sometimes we have a habit of not even showing our own people love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we'll embrace outside artists. But it's a beautiful thing because, we have a reputation of being hard on ourselves, but also on others. So if we accept you, man, you can take that with all the courtesies in the world because, that's a compliment, man.
Yeah.
New York is somebody.
Yeah.
But, just to continue on that. So I was born and raised in the Bronx, but my mom and my father, they had a very, very bad, nasty split when I was about 8. And me and my 2 older brothers, I'm the youngest, we ended up bouncing around all over New York because, we needed a place to live. And, it was a really bad situation.
How old was you?
I was 8 years old.
8?
Yeah, I was 8.
Going from place to place in New York?
Yeah, going place to place in New York, man. And it's crazy because, man, it was nasty. Like, I got some scars from that, man. But as you know, man, pressure makes diamonds. And,
right.
It's the struggles and trials and tribulations that builds your character. And that's why I'm so successful as I am,
I see. It's amazing how God uses our trials and tribulations and us, like a lot of us who think we were dealt a bad hand, like you say, pressure make diamonds. We don't even know what that's actually building. Like it actually really teach you that through your suffering, through your struggles, through the hardship that life throw at you, you surviving it and overcoming it is actually building greatness in you. And I actually can see now the vision coming to fruition as you continue to talk about your struggles or where you at right now today in this organization. But go ahead though, brother.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, definitely God bless, man. Everything happens for a reason. And, what he gives, it's your choice to, build or destroy or, mold whatever he gives you in life. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, the same Chinese character for danger is the same character for opportunity.
Right.
You know what I mean? You could always flip any circumstance and make it better. You always have control of your own perspective and attitude. Right. But so I was born and raised in the Bronx, but we moved all over New York at that point, and then we ended up settling more or less in Yonkers. And for a long time, I would find Yonkers to be my home. So shout out to Yonkers, New York, and stuff.
Oh, you out there with John the Don?
Yeah. You know what's crazy, man? As much as I was around and I was there and doing my thing, I ain't never ran into no John. I ain't never seen him. We were from.
What you saying? So what you saying? He ain't a true Yonker? Tell it.
Oh no, it's so funny. What I'm saying is he's probably more Yonkers than me, man.
Oh.
Because as much as I've had street life and street knowledge and been involved in a lot of that stuff, as much as I have, at the same time, I was still really a shelter. I don't want to say sheltered. I want to say I was different, man. I couldn't. Like for a long time, I had to find my own way, my own path.
Right.
Because as much as I was about that life, I could never fully commit because even mentally and intellectually, I was smarter, and I couldn't fully go down to that level.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I also didn't fully fit in with the whiz kids and the straightened out college students and stuff. So like it was definitely a hard way for me because I was in the middle a lot with where to go and how to do. But yeah, man, no, he was probably definitely in those streets more than me, man. I ain't saying he's less younger than me.
No, I ain't believing that, Josh. I'm not finna believe Bow Wow friend more Yonkers than you. You're not finna get me to believe that. You're not finna get me to believe Bow Wow friend John the Don was more Yonker than you.
Yo, you wildin', man. Yo, you wild out. But you know what, man? Straight up, though. Yo, that dude, man. While he's on the topic for a quick second. Yo, shout out to Yo. He is definitely unappreciated and underrated for his pen. And that dude's a monster, man. They gotta start showing him proper love.
Not no more though. They giving him his love now. They showing him his love now.
Yeah. They finally coming around on that.
Yeah. I think they is.
But yo, it was long overdue, and like it was just long overdue, man. He deserved it from way back, man. Way back, bro.
Well, you talking about you going as far as way back when he was getting mad at the New Yorkers for supporting Tay-Rock over him when they wouldn't respond. You talking about way back then?
No, yeah. Even with the whole hitman, that hitman battle is my first experience of watching John. And I was like, yo, I thought he was amazing and dope. And he, as good as people who respect him for that battle, it took him like 4 or 5 years after that just to even still get the love and credit he deserved.
Yeah.
That was nuts, man.
But it go back to what you say. Y'all New Yorkers is hard. Y'all like who y'all like. But when y'all choose who y'all like, y'all stick with them for a minute. And, man, you just lucky if you fall into that party.
Yeah. Yeah, man, definitely. But, so we just recently, about 2 years ago, I got my family out of the office, man. So, I have 3 children now.
Okay.
And a beautiful, beautiful wife.
Okay.
And, my mother lives with us. So we're a complete family unit. You know what I'm saying? And we strive to stick together ever since, my baby mother at the time got pregnant.
Josh, now you say you got 3 kids and a beautiful, beautiful wife. Now, how you measure beauty, brother? Like, what is your definition of beauty? Explain that to us.
Oh, okay.
All
right, let's get into that, man. She's beautiful to me, and it don't matter who else she's beautiful to, and
right.
who she is beautiful to, because this is how I measure it, man. And that's actually a part of my strict dad foundation that I'm going to get into
Talk about it.
I'm going to get into a little later. Our standards as men is really low, and it's borderline disgusting. And it's time for a change, man. It really is. Beauty, I mean, I'm not saying marry Shrek. I'm not saying date Shrek. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But beauty, once again, is still in the eyes of the beholder. And if they got a beautiful soul, they taking care of you, they doing right by you.
Right.
They doing right by your kids.
Right.
They're queen, man. They're queen.
Right.
And you better keep them. You're a fool if you don't keep them, man.
Right.
You're a fool if you would let any woman who does right by you and your kids let her go astray. Nah, I'm not with that. I can't support that, man.
Right.
And too many men, they've let women like that go. And I wasn't gonna. And you know what, man? It's weird because I'm not gonna even front and tell you like that's how it was with her. No, actually, what people don't know is that we were done when I found out she was pregnant. I was done with her. We were not going to be together by any means. I was not going to work it out. I was done. But when I found out the legitimacy of the pregnancy and what that could mean for me and for her and for this child, I said, yo, I'm not going to let this cycle repeat itself. I'm going to be different. I said, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give it a shot. I didn't say it was going to work out. I didn't know if it was going to work out. I just took a leap of faith and said, I'm going to give it a shot. And let me tell you, truth, aside from, and even with that, we had some real moments that tested our faith and our commitment to each other. But even with that being said, that was the best decision I ever made in my life.
No doubt.
Yo,
no doubt.
Yo, now she's my other half, man. I can't even function without her. You know what I mean? If we don't talk for a day or 2 days, yo, it'd be breaking me, man. It'd be crippling me. I can't make this money, man. I can't work the way I work if, me and her ain't right. So,
no doubt. No doubt.
Yo, definitely. That's how I look at beauty, man.
But that's another reason.
She's a Haitian queen, though. She's a little Haitian queen.
Uh-oh. That accent, she got the accent too?
Nah. Even though she was born and raised in Haiti, she ain't got the accent.
Okay.
But, she's definitely good, though.
She definitely will remind you of it from time to time. Huh?
Yeah, like that song say, she blanked me like she Haitian. Man.
Hey, that's why I asked you that question, Josh. I asked you that question because, just like you say, it's so many men out here who really don't appreciate the worth, the value, and struggle of a woman. And just like you said, for the most part in my life, I'm just going to be honest with you, for the most part in my life, in my experience, I never really had a bad woman. I was always the one that messed things up. You know what I'm saying? I was always that one. You get what I'm saying? And for the most part, I don't think when we look at these situations a lot, we take for granted, again, the worth and value of women and what they possess and the power they have in them, especially when you connected with them and they become, like you say, your backbone, your wife, you know what I'm saying, the one that you're going through life with, the power that they have in them for the love that you inspire in them. If men understood that, it goes right back to this program that you're doing. If men understand that and know the power of just having one wife and how that works and how that grows, I'm telling you, man, you'll see more men in the homes of their families, man, if they really understood that you got to, like you said, you have to hang in there. You have to stick it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you're grabbing it, man. I definitely can't say it any better than how you're relaying it now, man. And I'm receiving that message, man. People don't realize, in the deepest, darkest roots of despair, once you pass that, man, and you'll see that light at the end. Yo, I'm telling you, man, there's nothing like feeling your soulmate. There's nothing like it. Yo, it'll make you turn away from the baddest female, baddest woman you've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'll get a little bit into what I do in my career later. But I'm around bad woman all day. By that, obviously, I mean a good-looking, very attractive woman. But I'm around that all day. And my wife, not only is she secure and she's trusting and accepting of that, I also respect that because I see that same respect is reciprocated to me. And, it just goes to show you, man, that strength and that unity. Because, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I never was too much running around on different women and all that because I grew up watching how my mom and my father's relationship was and how things turned out. So I never was that kind of guy to begin with. But at the same time, I'll be damned if I'm gonna lose my family, my entire unity, my structure, my reason for breathing and living and my success over one piece. I'll be damned, man. Nah, you gotta bury me first, man. Yo, you definitely gotta bury me first. I mean, it better be some incredible. I mean, like, it better be a woman made from God, personally for me, with some some crazy stuff like that, man. Nah, it's not gonna happen.
Right.
So yeah, man. Yo, definitely, man. I encourage and I preach monogamy. Now, that's not to say if you're single and you want to have fun or you want to be promiscuous, that's not to say you can't do all of that. I'm saying respect the relationship, respect your commitment to someone. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
If you want to be single. Have your fun. If you want to do that, there's nothing wrong with that. But
right.
when you're going to make a commitment to someone, that's something different. Honor that. Be a man. That's part of being a man. Honor that commitment. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, that's definitely part of my message that I'm preaching, or will be preaching and educating young men on, man. Like I said, man, it's a strict dad foundation, man. Better parents, better children, better world, man. And I truly mean that with all my heart, man. Better parents, better children, better world. And it took me having children and becoming a father to realize that, to see that light in that message, you know?
Right. So you get your wife, you hang in there, you get your wife, you got your kids. Now at this time, it's obvious you're not homeless no more. Where you at right now when it starts?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
So you got the baby on the way. So the first baby on the way, and then what?
All right. So yeah, it's funny that we going that far, man, because I do have a short story that I'll be releasing soon. It's called the STriCT Dad Story, a story of growth, wealth, and success, and it basically details everything I'm pretty much going over with you. But I don't mind, man. This is Battle Truth, man. Let's get into the nitty gritty. You can get the first exclusive, you know.
Right.
So I basically go to work, man. I'm like, I gotta find a job. So I go to DSS, which is welfare, for those who don't know. And I'm sitting in there, and I'm going through the whole hassle, getting food stamps and getting temporary assistance and all that. And they said, yo, you got to live in the shelter and be homeless for a month before we can even help you, which shows you sort of the flaws and the little nicks and loopholes of our society. You get what I'm saying? Like,
right.
All of this built me. All of this is leading up to the man I become and who I am today.
Right.
Like, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. You got to be homeless for a month, no food, no nothing, before they're going to put you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
Not to make this a sex issue, but that's another thing, which is why I want to focus on males, young black males, and poverty-stricken males. Because had it been a female or a woman, or even someone, or even a mother with children, which rightfully so, they should go first, they would have had them like in the next couple of days, man. You know what I mean? And it's tough out here.
So let me get this right, Josh. You was homeless, and you went to go get help. And they told you they couldn't help you unless you were homeless for 30 days?
Yeah. They were like, yo, you're not eligible for assistance until you've been homeless for like 30 days and whatnot, man. That's crazy, right? So, yeah. We worked it out. I'm going to leave it at that because, sometimes you just got to be careful. We worked it out. Where I ended up going into the YMCA, which is the Young Men's Christian Association. To this day, I'll always support the YMCA, and I'll give back to them when I have, because it's a great organization, and I appreciate them for always being accommodating and helpful towards me. But so that's for those who don't know too. That's basically a shelter for men where regardless of whatever struggles or problems they're coming out of. It's to help them it's like affordable housing for them, to get them on their feet and get everything going. So I was able to get into the YMCA, and DSS and welfare actually ended up making me work for them until I could find a job and get on my feet. So I'm cleaning project buildings in all of these projects, man. And I'm telling you, man, that when you don't know, Truth. When I tell you, man, I'm scrubbing walls and seeing rat and roach-infested apartments and piss all over the place. and all this disgusting, just like, and I was looking at these conditions, and I'm like, yo, how do people live like that? Yo,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, you can almost understand why some of our people and how things go, why they turn to the lives they do to get out. It's like,
Right.
if you treat someone like an animal, or you put them in a jungle environment, you know what I mean? There's only so much they could work with. So I'm cleaning up all of these disgusting project buildings, and I'm just like, yo, nah, this ain't gonna be me and my family, man.
Right.
I'm gonna do better. I'm
Right.
not gonna let my baby grow up in something like this.
Right.
I said, I'm gonna get us out the first chance I get.
Right.
So I want to say maybe a month after, or maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks after that, I got my first job with a security guard company, because I have my security guard license. And yo, it's been so long, man. I'm looking back, and I'm just so proud of myself, man.
You should
got
be,
that
brother.
job.
You should be
Yo,
going from a homeless man. See, this what I'm saying. Not to cut you off, Josh. Let me just say something to some of them people out there who speaking, like saying stuff like, "Oh, this is boring." What? See, here's the thing, and here's the problem with people. You don't have patience to understand a person's walk of life, to really see and appreciate how a person has overcame. This brother is telling you how he was homeless, didn't have a place to go in New York City, went to get help, but was denied help, and had a baby on the way. And rather than being a loser who walk away like so many men do from their responsibilities, and he didn't even want to be there, he made himself be a stand-up dude, go back and finish what he started, at the same time not having nothing. You don't understand that. To now be successful, and coming and coming back to his roots of his struggling, seeing what all the problems with land and his upbringing, like he said, this is one of the things that moved him when he went to go get help and was denied help as a man. And if it was a woman, they had better opportunity for them, but not men. Why he took a step out on faith and now have this organization where he building men and fathers up and young people to actually have a better chance and opportunity at life. Come on now. I mean, how is this not appreciative or beneficial to y'all who listening when you know somebody in this situation? When you know you come from broken homes, you got family members that's in broken homes, you got friends that's from broken homes, fathers ain't in their lives, children got felonies, been killed and slain, in prison. Come on, man, wake up. We can't be so dead in the brain. So, come on, Josh, man. Come on, fam.
It's so true. We can end the show now, man. We can end it now, man. You said everything that you needed to say, man.
No, we can't end it, bro, because people need to hear your story. Fam, you was a homeless man to making $100-something thousand a year, and you a black man, okay? You could have gave up.
Not only that, I got a tattoo on my face, man.
And you got a tattoo on your face? So you definitely had a hard time of getting jobs.
Oh man, yeah, man, that's another story too, man. Bro, I'm telling you, I'll go, so okay, let me just a quick side snippet from that. I went to a mall one time to apply for a job, and I had for a security job, and I had my tattoo out or whatnot. Like now, I can use foundation, and for those who don't know, that's basically makeup. Yes, men can use makeup too. So that's foundation, that's makeup to cover the tattoo. It blends in with my light, because I'm light skinned. So it could blend, that foundation blends in with my skin to make it look like that tattoo was never there. But anyway, I went and applied for a job. I left it out or whatnot. I didn't put on the makeup or nothing like that. And this dude, mind you, he was a mall rent-a-cop kind of security dude. And he looked at me, he's like, what do you want an application for? I was like, I would like to apply for a job. He said, looking the way you do, you got a tattoo on your face? He's like, nah, you kidding, get up out of here. And I said, nah, I'm not. I said, yo, sir, if it helps, I can cover it. I can find ways. There's alternatives to cover it up and do what I gotta do. I'm very motivated. I'm very determined. I would love to work for you. Just give me an opportunity, give me a chance. Let me fill out the application, blah, blah, blah. He's like, man, you better come back another day and hope I forget that you even have the tattoo, cover it up or whatnot. Bro, but I tell you, that hurt my heart, man. I damn near almost cried that day, man. That broke me because, especially with me knowing, like, I have a child on the way, I'm like, yo, that could potentially ruin a decision I made when I was young, could potentially ruin my chance to provide for my children and for my family. So that hurt my heart, man. It hurt me to this core. And at the end of the day, even though I never regret having the tattoo because it's part of who I am and what I believe, it's also like, damn, man, like that could really stain me. But anyway, looking back, I'm like, yo, that man ain't even half of what I've done. Yo, I could probably hire that man now, yo. You know what I'm saying? I could probably double his pay. And I'm just an ordinary dude from the streets that worked his way up to where I'm at now. Even now, I don't want people to think I'm some millionaire, billionaire. Nah, but I make money because I work hard. You know what I mean? I've made smart decisions from when the time my children were to be born. I made very smart decisions. I invested. We'll get into that later about the stock market. I got a lot of stuff to share with people, man. But, yeah, man, so it's funny how things come full circle. Because now look at that man. It's like I could look down on him now the same way he looked down on me. And I did that with my determination, with my hunger. It's like, yo, I'm not going to let you hold me down. Ain't nobody going to hold me down and stop my blessings. I'm going to get mine. Period. You know what I'm saying? I've always had that mentality. So, basically, to continue the story, I ended up getting a job for $8.25 in a Kmart and on 34th Street in Manhattan.
You working at Kmart?
At a Kmart, bro. I didn't even work for Kmart. I was working as a security guard that was third-party contracted. And the company, you know, it is what I'm not gonna go dirt on the name because it's hard to get a job, man. And at the end of the day, no matter how crappy the company is, if they gave you an opportunity and gave you a chance to showcase your skills and grow and improve, you know what? Just keep it, rather than talk bad about them or, you know, throw dirt on their name or, you know, like, do any defamation, just say, thank you, I appreciate the opportunity, keep it moving. You know what I mean? So they were my first ever security guard company I ever worked for. They gave me a job when everyone else was telling me, nah, we need someone with experience. We want experience. But how can you get experience if no one's ever given you an opportunity? That's another way the system works against you. And people don't realize that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People coming from these poverty-stricken environments in the inner city youth, they don't see how the system is really rigged. And it's time that, you know, we start making moves against that. Because they're like, yo, I'm like, yo, if no one's going to give you an opportunity, you cannot get experience. So anyway, they hired me. They gave me a chance. I was making $8.25. I did so well with that company that one of the loss prevention members, for those who don't know what loss prevention is, that's the undercover plainclothes security that walks around the store. And if you're shoplifting or you're taking things of value, they're going to grab you up. They're going to do what they got to do to get their money, to get their items back or whatever. I had one of these dudes come up to me and he was like, yo, I like what you're doing. You hungry, you're determined. I see your determination. He's like, yo, we're going to make you part of the team. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, man. He's like, yo, whatever you're making with this little company right now, that's nothing, man. You can stay with them as a side job if you want, but we're going to put you one of us now. And to this day, I love that brother, man. I still will look out for him. He's a brother to me. If him and his family need, I'm providing, I'm giving, because that's my boy. I'll never forget that. And I'm telling you, man, people don't see it. All the dots connect. from the moment me being homeless to the people turning me down in the welfare office, everything connects to where we are now.
Right.
You just got to make that connection, man.
Right.
So he gave me. So he's like, yo, I know a boy who's closer up to where you live in Yonkers. He knows the Kmart in White Plains and whatnot. You trust me, you in. It's just a matter of time. 3 months later, sure enough, he came through with his promise. His boy called me up. He's like, yo, the job is yours. You just can't mess it up. Just don't say anything stupid during the interview to mess it up. But the job is yours.
Right.
So I got the job, and they were like, yo, they offered me 12. So I went from $8.25 instantly to $12 an hour. I felt, yo, let me tell you, Drew, that's crazy, right? I thought I was in heaven. I thought I was on top of the world, man.
Right.
I was the happiest man on earth making $12 an hour, man. I thought I would reach success at $12 an hour. And I did both jobs, man, for about a year. A year I did both jobs, busting my ass, man, just grinding hard. And
right.
I was running from, I know you're not really from New York or you're not familiar with it, but I was running from Yonkers to Manhattan, and then from Manhattan all the way back up to White Plains. So to put it in perspective, I had to leave my house every morning at 3:45 a.m. I didn't get home till 12 a.m. the next day.
Now at this time, how many kids you got?
No, I'm not even done. Yo, bro, I'm not even. The first one ain't even here yet, man. Well,
this what you? Is he on the way?
Yeah, actually, when I got the job at the Kmart and they hired me for the 12, the first one just was born, like literally. Maybe a week before or a week after. So, the first one's born now. Now, a year later, the baby's 1 year old. I'm still working both jobs. I'm doing like an $8.25 an hour job and a $12 an hour job.
Right.
And I'm killing myself. I'm getting only 4 hours of sleep, 3 hours and 45 minutes of sleep every single day. And the way I made up for some of that time was I would sleep on the train to the Manhattan. I would sleep on the bus all the way to White Plains. I just grabbed sleep wherever I could. But I did that for about a year until I met this guy who was like, yo, and I'm not withhold the name of this company because I got to be very careful. I've done a lot of non-disclosure agreements and stuff with the company. For those who don't know, I do security. So, you run into a lot of situations and you see a lot of different things. And a lot of these companies want to, their employees uphold their confidentiality, which of course, we like to honor. But, so there's a guy, he's telling me about this hotel company. Greatest company in the world. It's like $30 an hour. He got medical benefits, health benefits, all this extra stuff. He's telling me about all this stuff. And I'm like, yo, I'm dreaming for a job like that. I'm like, one day I'm gonna do it, man. If it's the last thing I ever do, one day I'm gonna get that job. So I'm applying to that company. Turn down. I must have gotten 20 rejection letters. And I mean this, man, full-heartedly, 20 rejection letters. Before, like a year later, I got it accepted, and they gave me a call for it. And I got a job with that company. But it wasn't the same. But it wasn't in the same location as the one that the guy was telling me. So for those who don't know, New York City is the cream of the crop. That's where all the money is. That's where all the nightclubs, all the city lights, the bright lights, Big Apple. So if you ain't working in Manhattan, you ain't really making no money.
Right.
So the company, the hotel that he worked for Manhattan. The one that I got a call back from and hired for was in upper state New York area. And so I'm going in there thinking, yo, I'm about to make my 30 an hour. I got it. I did it, baby. I did it. Me and my family was celebrating, and these dudes told me $13.50. I said, what? Yo, that was one of the biggest shocks of my life, man. I'm like, what? Excuse me? They're like, yeah, $13.50, that's what we can offer. But now, mind you, it came with benefits. It came with life insurance. It came with sick time, vacation time. So it was still a step up from what I was doing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just to speed this up very quickly, so we can get on to other topics. So I did that job, and then I did the Kmart job. I quit the security job with the other Kmart making $825. So I'm doing Kmart undercover security. And with that job, the one benefit of that was I could rock out with the tattoos. They didn't care how I looked because the whole point of the job is to blend in. You know what I mean? Like you don't even work for them. So I could wear do-rags, I could wear my tattoo out,
Right.
and I'm tackling these dudes, catching these dudes shoplifting. But anyway,
Right.
I'm doing both jobs. I end up leaving Kmart, and then I'm only with the hotel company. Then I find another hotel company, and I'm doing different. I'm working for two. At that time, they were both in the top 3 hotel companies in the world. Top 3. I was working
Right.
for both of them. I was just making about $60,000 a year. I thought I was on top of the world. I thought I reached success. I was so I had 2 full-time jobs making $60,000 a year. Now, when I tell you I stayed hungry, I stayed determined, I wanted better, I didn't settle.
Right.
I kept going. I said, nah, this isn't it for me. I gotta keep going.
Right.
My next job, I was offered what I made from both of them combined.
And what kind of job was that?
It's still security.
Okay.
Now I'm not going to reveal that job now because I'm still there.
Right.
And there's
Right.
a lot
No
more
doubt.
that goes in. Yeah, and there's a lot more that also goes with that job. There's a lot of other different
Right.
politics involved and stuff like that.
Right.
But that's my dream job. That's the job that put me on where I'm at now. I love it. I'm not leaving. I will retire there. They'll probably open up my office after smelling like some dead skunk stench, and they'll find my body rotting there or something like that.
Right.
I'm not leaving that job for nothing.
Right.
So now I'm making at that job, my dream job, I'm making that while I was making doing both 2 full-time jobs.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, I'm on top of the world, man. Yo, nothing can beat me now. Yo, one job doing the same as much as I was doing with the other 2. I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I kid you not. 2 days after I got hired with that job, I got another call from another place, another hotel. And they offered me a little bit more than what my dream job is.
Mm.
I'm like, no fucking way. I'm like, yo, with both of these jobs, I'm pulling in over 6 figures, $120 a year. And now the craziest thing is that second job that came around after my dream job hired me, the overtime was ridiculous. And yo, everything added up, man. Yo, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
Right.
So for
Right.
all those listening, I wasn't born into money. I'm still not even where I want to be financially.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm a down to earth. I'm one of you guys. I just worked hard. I saved and I made smart decisions.
Right.
Like in 2017, I invested in the stock market. I made about 20,000 cash, just like that. I went to sleep, and my money was at 3,000. I went to sleep. I woke up the next morning. It was at over 20. I almost had a heart attack.
Mm.
And that's when I realized. I said, yo, the stock market. And, yo, people got to get educated, man. Yo, truth, tell them, man, they got to get educated.
Right. Right. No doubt.
They got to start making these other people money, man. You can't
Right.
you can't be content where you at.
Right.
Nah, there's so much more out there, man.
Right.
So much more.
Right.
Yeah, man. And I'm ashamed to say it, but a dude that was working at one of the hotels, I was telling him I was watching this show about the stock market. I think it was called Billions. Yeah, it was called Billions. I was watching that show. And he's like, yo, if you like that show, you ever seen a movie called Boiler Room? I was like, nah. He's like, you ever seen the Wolf of Wall Street? I was like, nah. He's like, yo, watch those joints. And he made me watch those movies with him. And the next day I said, yo, I'm tired of looking at this shit. I don't want to see it no more. I said, I don't want to see it no more. I want to live it. I said, I'm going to see what this is about.
Right.
And I went for it. I was like, yo, I did my research. I studied. I read. I looked into different companies. I learned a piece of the game, how the stock market works,
Right.
how investing into shares, different funds, all of that. And with a stroke of luck, sometimes you hit the jackpot like that, man.
So, but you didn't just invest. You looked into what you was investing in, right?
Of course.
No doubt.
That's part of it.
No doubt. No doubt. So let me ask you this question. So getting down to the foundation you're doing.
Absolutely.
The name, how did it come about, and what really inspired and moved you to come up with it?
All right. So, once again, the name of the foundation is the STriCT Foundation. All the paperwork is on its way to Albany. All the trademarks is pending for those who's listening. It's on its way 100%. I'll post up and give you link information when I get that confirmation in those stamped paperworks. But for those listening again, it's the STriCT Foundation, a nonprofit organization devoted to educating parents of all ages, providing financial assistance for families in need, and improving and serving our communities by encouraging and inspiring people to be better parents. Our slogan is better parents, better children, better world. Now, I came up with the STriCT Foundation. I came up with the name, the STriCT, by my dad was a Marine. He was also many other things, but he was a Marine. And when I tell you he was a no-nonsense, hard-ass kind of man, that's how he was. And he instilled enough discipline and respect and manners in me. And mind you now, I only really got time with him for the first 8 years of my life. But he instilled enough in the 8 years of my life that lasted a lifetime. He taught me how to talk to people, how to have respect, how to say thank you, ma'am, miss, sir, mister, all of that. And it carried over. And that's what I think got me as far as I did. Because I wasn't just the average person in the streets. I learned how to talk to people professionally. I learned how to look people in the eyes and say, hello, sir, and shake their hand with a firm grasp.
Right.
I learned how to say thank you, miss, with a smile.
Right.
People don't understand the power of body language.
Right.
And smiling. And, like how you present yourself with your words. All of that plays a part.
Right.
That's why I was able to rise the way I did. If I came to job interviews like, yo, what's up? They didn't hear a level of education, or I didn't talk sophisticated, they wouldn't have wanted me. I wouldn't be where I'm at now. So anyway, my father, he was tough like that. And I always had that disciplined mentality from that. And with my mom being a single mother and her busting to provide for all her kids, my mom is my heart. My mom is my everything. I'm just going to throw that out there. I have a very rocky relationship with my father, even though I appreciate everything he did in those 8 years. After that, it's like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? He failed. He didn't do what, but it made me, he didn't do what he was supposed to. He didn't handle it the way he should have. He wasn't really a man. He didn't live up to his potential. But in all honesty, that's what helped create the man I am today. You know what I mean? That helped make me the father I am, because I refuse to be like him. Right. So that's where the STriCT Foundation comes from. And it also comes from today's society of all of these overly sensitive, and I'm gonna pick my words very carefully. Overly sensitive and easily offended, soft people. I think the scales have been tipped completely in their balance, and the pendulum swing is in full motion in their direction. And I feel like it needs to be evened and balanced out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Growth and change comes from pain. It doesn't come from happiness and holding your tongue and pampering and coddling people. Oh, honey, come here. That doesn't inspire change and growth. You know what inspires change and growth? Being uncomfortable, being disciplined,
right? Being
unhappy with where you're at or what you achieve. That's what promotes growth. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you're fat and if you're overweight and you're unhealthy, people telling you it's okay, you should love yourself. That doesn't help you become a better man. That doesn't help you get healthy and live longer. And that's what upsets me about today's society, and that's the direction they're going. Everyone's scared of offending it. I'm not scared of offending anyone. I know me. I know who I am, and I'm at peace with myself. There's nothing anyone can take away from me or do to me that'll make me question that. Right. And truth, that's where you come into play, baby.
Okay.
Because you, man, you are that stand-up character I saw, and you have a target audience with battle rap. And to be honest with you, man, I didn't think there was any more real stand-up characters like yourself out there. And like I said, once again, it's my pleasure to have even stumbled across your channel and saw what you represent. You're honest. You stand by your own moral code. You have a code of honor. You stick to it. You preach wisdom and knowledge to the younger generation, to the youth that's out here making foolish decisions. You're mature, and you a lot like me. You've overcome your circumstances.
That's right.
And that makes me proud. I'm just as proud of you, man.
Appreciate
and
that.
You're the big homie.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
You know what I mean?
Real talk.
Yeah, man. So that's where the name comes from, the STriCT Foundation.
And
we're gonna start.
That's what made me.
Right?
That's what made me actually want to be a part of it. When you explained it to me, told me what it's about. See, the thing about it is, man, when you look at the current state we in, and remember, I did 10 years in prison. You know what I'm saying? And I was there seeing them revolving doors, bringing us in by the thousands. I saw that for 10 years. Well, it's never a slow day in prison. You get what I'm saying? And the majority of all those inmates in there was black. You get what I'm saying? Not that they just arresting us because I'm guilty of what I did. But I'm man enough to know I have to accept my responsibilities. I have to become better for myself. I want to change. And like you said, my pain, trials, and tribulations brought a change in my life. You know what I'm saying? And God used it for his good. Now, when I'm looking at the things in my life and how I felt as a father, how I felt as a husband, how I felt as a brother, how I felt as a cousin, a nephew, an uncle. You get what I'm saying? And what it did was begin to build things in me to convict me of my error, but allow me to understand I'm still alive. You can change your situation. You don't have to stay in that situation. You alive, which means you have a chance. You have an opportunity to change your life the moment you decide you want to change it. Change happens now. It don't matter if you ain't got it yet. You get what I'm saying? So when I decided to make up in my mind, I wanted to change. I didn't just want to change for the things that I felt I needed to change. I needed to change the things that I didn't want to change. You get what I'm saying? I needed to change those too. And like you said, I didn't want to be comfortable. Especially when living with myself, I knew what I struggled with. And when I see what was hurting us in these prisons and in life and in society, when you don't have strong men in the families, in the homes, being responsible, even when you heartbroken, even when you felt she may have did you wrong, or you left, or the relationship was rocky, you still have a responsibility as a man to finish what you started, even though you may not be with that woman. You still a father to take care of your child, discipline your child, teach, educate, empower your child. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And just like your slogan say, better parents, better children, a better world. And that's a fact. When we in somewhat are the makeup of our upbringing. You get what I'm saying? And when you have those moralities installed in you when you young, you tend to hold dear to them to some degree and value them more, that they stay with you even when you in your era. You get what I'm saying? So when you presented that and you were telling me what it was about, yes, I'm on board because I know this world is hurting. You got these young kids out here killing. You got these kids out here on drugs. You got these young people going to prison. You got these guys, these young boys beating up women, 14, 15 years old, and they domestic to women. They domestic to girlfriends. I done heard so many young guys beating up their girlfriends, like 15, 16, 17, really fighting their girls like real men. Like not real men, but like grown
No, I hear
men.
you, man. Yo, you killing it. Keep going, man.
Right.
Keep
Then you
going.
got these young kids, 13, 12, 10-year-old homosexual girls and guys. Like, what are we so lost? But guess what? It go back to the anchor. The anchor of the men being in the home.
And the family.
Come on, man.
And the family structure.
Come on, man.
You know what, man? Just to build off of that. Sorry to interrupt. Just to build off of that, it goes back to that family structure, the family unit, because and that's one thing. I'm not going to get into no conspiracy theories and all that, but I will say that there's definitely an agenda to destroy the family unit and family structure.
No
If people haven't peeped game and noticed that yet, there's not much I can tell them to convince them otherwise.
Right.
But going into what you said about homosexuality and going into what you said about being men in the house and being in the home to do the discipline and to provide and do all of that. Not to discredit, now mind you, not to discredit women by any means.
Right.
Women are, I was raised by a single mother.
Right.
And I somehow, by my own trials and tribulations and my own errors, along with being raised by a strong, light-skinned, black, single woman, I found my way to manhood. And that's my point. At the end of the day, the woman, shout out to all the single mothers and women out there that raise their kids and put their children first. But at the same time, they can only do so much. And this time, to be honest with you, it's like how I told my mom, sit back and relax now. You did your job. Now it's my turn. It's our turn now. You know what I mean? And that's what the Strict Dad Foundation is standing on. It's our turn. We need to stand up, be men, provide for our children. If you're on child support, that's fine too. Let's get that paid up. Let's get that up to date.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's many things that the Strict Dad Foundation, we're looking to do. We're looking to help and assist with child support because we know it can be hard for men out there.
Right.
We know the games that be played sometimes and how the system isn't in their favor.
Right.
But it's our job as men, regardless, to just stand up and do the best we can. Don't turn away because it's hard.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Embrace that. Embrace that struggle and keep pushing through. And we're going to help. We're going to get, if you have a custody battle and you need help with that, that's something that we're looking forward to as a Strict Dad Foundation helping you with. We'll help you afford a lawyer for a custody battle if you want custody or you want to be in your children's life and, other factors is making that difficult. I got a whole lot planned, man. And like I said, once again, I'm honored and it's my pleasure that you want to be a part of it. And like I said, you even accepted my opportunity. Shout out to you again. And once again, to all the future sponsors or anyone who want to get this man on their team, I agree. I see how wise that is, but y'all gonna have to pay up because this man put in his work. Now, let me tell you, you put in your work, man, and that's why I'm so happy and I'm so proud that all your blessings is coming into fruition now, man.
Well,
because you definitely deserve it, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I thank the fact that you one of the ones who know I deserve it. You didn't only say he deserved it. You said I'm gonna be the one to give it to him. Look, you ain't just said it. Hey, you ain't just said it. You stepped out and made it happen. So even with that being said, brother, I mean, again, I'm grateful. I'm honored, man. I'm happy. I just can't wait because I love the fact of knowing that I could possibly be a part of changing somebody's life for the good forever, man, because you never know, man. You just never know who you gonna need in life. You never know what door God gonna open for you, man. So I be trying to teach people, man, try to live peaceably with everybody, man. You know, respect people like you would want to be respected. You never know who you're gonna come across in life, man. But at the end of the day, if you a father, man, you know what I'm saying? Look, stand up, be strong, man. Accept your responsibilities, man. I know sometimes our baby mothers or wives and women we dealing with can make things hard for us sometimes. But if you can find the strength in you to just humble yourself and see what's really important, the lives of the youth, man, you know what I'm saying, and your children, and how important and valuable you are in their life, you know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you, you will see a big difference in this world, man. A big difference. So hopefully we could do something like that. We ain't got to save everybody, but at least somebody.
You can't. You can only save those who want to be saved. You can't save everybody. That's just part of life, and that's the way it goes. They have to find their way. The ones that can't be helped or don't want our help, all we can do is be patient and wait until they're ready and accept it. And
Right.
if they have to get there. You know what I mean? They have to. That's part of their journey. That's part of what they have to go through. But just to close things out a little bit with okay, so for those who don't know, once again, support Battle Truth, man. First of all, support Battle Truth. And thank you for having me on your platform again to speak and promote what I'm doing. And thank you for being willing to be a part of it. I joined, I don't know about you guys playing around. I'm on that $20 Patreon. And that's before I decided to even sponsor this, man, to be honest with you guys. I'm on that $20. I need everyone here. If you support, you know, the Battle Truth community, if you support battle rap, even if you're just a fan of battle rap, which I am a huge, I know I didn't even get into that, but I'm a huge battle rap fan too. That's where it all started from. That's why I watch Truth. Even if you just support battle rap, support his channel, man, because there's not many honest stand-up people out there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of. Don't look at just the quantity of what's being thrown out there and what's out there. Look at the quality. We have to be honest with ourselves first. You know what I mean? And then we're gonna put that out there for everybody else to see. So anyway, I have a couple of things coming out. I have the STriCT Foundation, which is the nonprofit organization, which we're going to do a lot of things for communities. Some of that involves financial assistance for, you know, families that are in need. Some of that will be throwing events like basketball tournaments. How about father and son basketball tournaments?
Yeah.
You know, to inspire and encourage fathers and sons to open up relationships and whatnot. You know, we could do a city tour with that. With those seminars where we'll have speakers come, you know, we'll hire speakers to come in and preach to the youth and preach to the, you know, young boys and girls, you know, about the importance of sexual education as well. And many other things.
Yeah. See, that's what I like. Prison outreaches, reconciling men back into the society with their families and all that type of stuff, man. Yeah, I'm definitely on board with that, man. And I love this type of stuff, even being a father who come from that, man. So not only am I'm being sponsored, but I'm also one of the persons who going to be donating and doing this stuff too, man, regardless to what, because I'm for it. I'm a part of it also. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up. Moving on into that. Thank you. Just to add to that, I am, ladies and gentlemen, I am not rich, like I tell everybody. I'm just a hardworking individual, and also, I told Battle Truth a lot of times in a lot of our other conversations, my wealth and my success isn't based on where I want to be. It's based off of where I was and where I am now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not about we all want to be millionaires. We all want to, you know, have billion-dollar companies or be the next rap star. But look how far you came from. Look at where you are now. And just look back at where you were. Let's start with that, because that's where my success begins. But speaking of which, and you saying that you wanted to be a part of and donate, with that being said, I did start a GoFundMe for anyone who does want to be a part of it, anyone who does want to give to the movement. I mean, I'm going to do what I got to do regardless, but all the love and support that you guys can give, will definitely be appreciated. It'll definitely be brought to good use. And just to show my honesty and transparency, because I want everyone to know, this is not something where you won't know where the money's going. You guys will be fully aware. I'll keep everything documented. And number one, I can't even do it anyway. I can't scam you guys if I wanted to. The IRS would be up my butt. This is a legitimate nonprofit organization with the IRS. Matter of fact, when everything is said and done, anyone who's making donations, that will be available for tax write-offs. You know, and I'm going to get into that at another date with Battle Troop. And I need to come up there to where he at, and we could spit some business game to the young people who want to know how to start their own. Because I can do all of that. I can do LLCs. I can do trademarks. I can do patents. I've done all this for myself. And
right.
I've done all the paperwork for my company. I don't need LegalZoom. I don't need a lawyer or an attorney. I just went and I read, and I got all the knowledge and wisdom myself. Reading is fundamental. I suggest everyone tries it.
Right.
But anyway, back to the fact, if you want to give, please do. And for any and all who do give, I just want y'all to know, I will be matching $5,000 of my own personal money for the month of January. Whatever you guys give, I will match up to $5,000. That means if you guys give $2,500, I will be giving $2,500. If you guys do $4,700, I will be giving $4,700. You know what? I'll even make it an even $5,000 if you guys can get that high. If you guys give $6,000, God willing, you guys can give more than the goal, I will still match it up to $5,000. That's my max cap for what I can afford and give now, because there's so much more to this that you guys don't see behind the scenes. My money is tied up in other things, and also just the startup. It's expensive starting these things. It's not free. It's not cheap. You know what I mean? It gets a little bit expensive to the pocket.
Right.
So, any who want to donate, please go to the GoFundMe. I have a GoFundMe account. I'll have a PayPal. I'll start that at a later date or whatever. But the GoFundMe is the STriCT Dad Foundation. You can just type in STriCT. It'll pop up, and it says the STriCT Dad Foundation. Anything you give is much appreciated, and we're going to make things happen for our communities. I also have a STriCT Dad podcast, which I'm looking to start. I started a Patreon account. That's going to be coming in February 2020. And that's where we're just going to basically discuss and talk more about things like me and Battle Troop, just more conversations about what we just had. You know what I mean? About the family structure, the men's role in society, the importance of them being fathers and being there for their children. So, yeah, with that being said, man, we have a lot coming up. And Battle Troop, yo, you're a stand-up individual. I appreciate everything. We're going to be in business for a while. Like I said, I don't know what Robin Duck is doing over there, man. I'm going to have to send you some merch, too. Get you some snapbacks, get you some hats, man, some hoodies and stuff. I see Robin Duck in LOMclothingstore.com. I see them over there, man. I'm going to throw the merch your way, brother.
Right. Well, appreciate that. And for everybody, those links will be in this live feed. I'm gonna be putting the links up soon as we done here. I'm gonna put the links up where y'all can help support if you want to. Remember, man, look, this is for everybody, man. Think of the situation that you came from, and even if you didn't come from it and you came from good upbringings, look at what's going on in our world, in our society, man, especially when we see it ain't many opportunities out there for men. They just expect for men, for the most part, to just find their own way. It's a lot of things going on out here. A lot of people struggle with mental illnesses. A lot of people struggle with depression out here and things like that. A lot of men, man, look, some of them ain't as strong as other ones are, and we all need somebody. And men need to be more supportive of each other, man. So, look, give, donate, man. A little, you know what I'm saying? Make a difference in somebody else's life. I'm definitely gonna be donating often. And like the man said, look, He putting up $5,000 of his own money for that when we donating and things like that to help this thing get off the ground, to open up doors and opportunity for families and like that. Why wouldn't you want to be a part of making a difference in somebody else's life? So I'm definitely gonna put the links up, man. Support the Strict Dad Foundation, man. Every man that's a father, a husband, you know what I'm saying, a brother, uncle, cousin, nephew, man, let's be supportive of one another, man, and make a difference in somebody else's life, man, and not be so selfish, man.
Amen to that, man. Remember, guys, better parents, better children, better world, man. Strict that, man. We out here, we gonna be making moves. Now, truth, you already know what it is, man. You with us, man.
No
we
doubt.
Definitely support you in your movement, man.
No doubt. I thank you, brother, for coming on, man. I'm definitely going to be having you on again, man. We definitely got a lot of things going forward in the future to look forward to, man. I'm blessed and honored to be a part of the movement. And, man, I'm going to do everything I can, man, to make sure, we just change lives and make differences, man. And I'm definitely on board. I appreciate you, Josh.
That's where the real wealth of success is, man. Thank you very much, Battle Truth. You take care of yourself, man. God bless you and your family. And we're going to be in touch, man. We got a lot of stuff to go over, brother.
No doubt.
All right. Take care, man.
Okay, y'all. Josh, y'all. Strict Dad Foundation, man. Brother out of New York, man, reached out to me, man. That's my new sponsor, man. I'm happy. I'm excited to be a part of it, man. It's a lot going on, and I feel comfortable being a part of that, man, because that's what I do anyway. I talk to a lot of youth. I educate a lot of youth. Even when I